Hey guys, here we are now to discuss certain Node.js interview questions as per my college, what they have said. There are 7 questions which we'll be discussing now and their answers. Obviously, as you can see, the questions are eight questions. So we'll be discussing each of them. First of all, let us check the first question. What is Node.js and how does it differ from one-side technologies like Apache or PHP? So for that, basically Node.js is like a compiler. It is the compiling software. It is a compiling software or runtime environment that allows you to run JavaScript. Okay. It uses obviously as in the Chrome, it uses V8 engine to run this code and to compile the code. The main, the thing for which it is important is because it is non-blocking. That is, it supports asynchronous operations. Like multiple functions can run at the same time in this Node.js. So now let us check out the differences between the Node.js and PHP. Basically, Node.js uses JavaScript and obviously PHP uses PHP scripting language. Concurrency model. Here comes the actual difference. Node.js is non-blocking. That means it supports asynchronous things. But Apache with PHP and things, you are multi-threaded, but they are blocking models where each request creates a new thread. Usage Node.js is suitable to use everywhere, like in order to create the present time present time applications. Node.js is probably mostly used. PHP is used back in times for common traditional web applications like WordPress and certain other databases. Package management for Node we use npm and PHP Composer for dependency management. Okay. Now let us go to the second question. What is a callback function in Node.js and why are they commonly used in asynchronous programming? A callback function is basically a function that is passed to another function as an argument and is executed after the completion of the first function. That means the callback function is only working after another function which is bound to it has completed. After one of the function has completed its action, then only it proceeds to the next part. Such functions is called as callback functions. These callback functions are mostly used in asynchronous to perform asynchronous operations in asynchronous programming. This improves the efficiency of the overall application since there is no blockage basically between the functions. Everything can run at the same time, so the application gets faster than it is before because it doesn't have to wait now. Okay, let's go to the next question. What is the purpose of the package.json file in a Node.js project? Can you explain the key properties found in this file? Basically, the package.json file holds the attributes and properties uh, of the things of the project that we are creating. It contains the project metadata, dependency management. The dependencies are nothing but the versions and also whatever the like Firebase or uh, request package or Axios, everything that we install in our package to work with. Everything the versions are stored in the package .json file. They'll be updated, so we can keep a track of them whatever we are using in our file. uh, and also the let us discuss certain key properties. It contains the name of the project, the version of the project. We can modify it obviously without like edit it completely. It's of our choice and use. We can give a basic description of the project main, and also there are dependencies like if we use express in our project, there will be a field known as express, which value will be the version. In such case, in such a way, this will be useful. Package.json file will be useful. Now let us go to the next question. Explain the difference between require and import statements in Node.js. Basically, require is used in previous days and import is used in nowadays, in the current times. Require is a common JS module system. It uses a common JS module system. Now, since it is ES6 time, we use import. Uh, and basically, it's that much. Uh, Require is traditionally for synchronous programming. We use it for synchronous programming, whereas in ES6 we use import for asynchronous programming. Let us discuss the usage or when to use require or when to use import. Require is usually used in Node.js projects with older versions of Node.js, but import is preferred in the modern projects like which are using ES6 plus syntax. That it is that. Let us discuss about the next question. What is middleware in the context of Express.js? Can you give an example of how you would use middleware in an Express application? Definition will be like uh, middleware functions are functions that have access to the request object, that response object, and the next middleware function in applications request response cycle. Let us discuss the purpose of it. Middleware functions can execute code, make changes to the request and response objects, end the request response cycle, and call a next middleware function. Let us discuss the next question. What is a RESTful API? A RESTful API, as the name suggests, REST. REST stands for Representational State Transfer. Any API that follows the REST principles is basically called as a RESTful API. The principles are statelessness, client server architecture, catchability, layered system, uniform interface. The main HTTP methods in a RESTful API are get. Get is used to retrieve the data from the server. Post to create new data on the server. Put update existing data on the server. Delete data from the server. What is the purpose of Node Package Manager (NPM)? How do you use to manage dependencies in a project? So basically, Node Package Manager (NPM). Whenever we want to install something that uh, install some package into our project in order to work with it, we use NPM like NPM install Express, NPM install Firebase, NPM install Axios, etc. Uh, Basically, we use NPM and Node Package Manager for that purpose. We can also use NPM to create initialize projects, install save dependencies, install a package and save dependencies. All such things we can do by using the npm. We can maintain the dependencies by using npm by uh, checking it out from the package.json file. Means that whenever you use the npm init file, the dependencies will be refreshed up to the current level, up to the current versions. So we can, in such a way we can do it. Then the next question is, why is it important to hash passwords in a web application? As we know, password is basically for security purposes. It improves the security. It protects against data breaches, prevents unauthorized accesses, and also hashing is like a best practice that to and it always aligns with the industry standards that are set for better protection of the user's data. It mitigates risk of through hacking or security breaches or in all such a way. Hashing is basically hashing the password and not actually storing the actual password in the data. It somehow is encrypted. It's stored in the encrypted format, so it is protected. Now, after hashing, the password is protected rather than just dumping the password which is given by the user and cross-checking it from word by word. Hashing is actually a better practice to protect the user data, user authenticity. So this is much it. These are all the 8 questions uh, that are asked to be answered by my college. So thank you.